Howdy guys, I'm Fellow8, your favorite wolf girl enthusiast, and welcome to Fire Emblem Illuminated. This is an FE8 hack made by Sokabala, currently unfinished, about 19 chapters ready to go. I happened upon this one perfectly by chance while browsing Fire Emblem Universe. Reached out to the creator, and they very graciously allowed me to play this game for you guys. We'll be playing on Difficult Classic, as that seems to be the standard difficulty. And we will be reading the story. Now, as I usually do with my videos, links are in the description below if you kind of want to skip around and stuff. We'll be reading the story, playing the game, and seeing what we think of the whole experience. I very much look forward to it. The game looked really neat to me in the previews. The continent of Ralspar. It is a young land by most scholars' understandings. Ralspar's history has seen strife, peace, justice, injustice, and everything in between. Yet scholars can't place modern recorded history more than 500 years ago. Common thought is that the land was first settled by colonists from a faraway land. It is up for debate as to where these settlers came from, however, as little evidence exists to prove any sort of heritage. I see. This original group of settlers was thought to be small in number, colonizing the northwestern portion of the continents. Over time, as populations grew, the need for more land and resources encouraged Ralspar's early inhabitants to adventure out into undiscovered territory. As habitable regions were mapped and unique plants and animals discovered, early townships and provinces began to form across different regions. Different regions inherently require different styles of living, so in time, countries began to develop. I see, yeah, we have Glades, Luxon, Verum, Ursk, Ballaray, and the Dunes. I guess the Glades and the Dunes are probably like regions as opposed to, you know, like named places as distinguished by their colored names. As the continent began to be fully colonized, these countries then lay down borders. But borders only lead to disputes. That is true in many cases. As a result, Ralspar has been no stranger to war in its short history. Borders have been gerrymandered many times in the pursuit of land and power. In truth, Ralspar's oracles are rife with material to weave their tales. I see. By the year 360, the continent had been fully mapped and its country's borders given more definition. At the time, three major countries had developed. Ballaray, ruled by King Carlisle. That's quite funny. Carlisle from Sacred Stones, with a little bit of a Glen Porter there. I quite enjoy that. This country is home to some of the continent's colder, more mountainous terrains. King Carlisle is considered to be a just and fair ruler by his people, generally favored for his calm disposition and more peaceful policies. Oh, that's a cool portrait. The province of Luxon, ruled by High Monarch Lumen. Its lands are more fair in climate and flatter. Wait, its lands are more fair in climate and flatter in comparison. Gotcha. Okay. So, flatlands. Luxon's people, for the most part, live comfortably and are provided for by Lumen. However, many question a harsh judicial system that defines the country. I see. So they're kind of like, you know, if you did the crime, you're going to do the time. Did I miss a line there? Sorry. Originally instated by a strong religious presence that has permeated Luxon's history. I see. So, if you did the crime, you're going to be doing the time, pretty much. The lands of Ursk, a militia state ruled by General Cantor. I guess it would have to be the more malicious one. Malicious? That's not the right word. But you know what I mean. More militia, because they're the centermost country. They would have to defend on all sides. Most of its people are properly trained to fight due to a robust draft system, I see. Stern and rigid in his demeanor, General Cantor rules Ursk in the same way he leads his armies. I don't know about that one. What is surprising to many, however, is Ursk's predisposition to remaining out of conflict. Fair enough. I mean, he would probably want to. Like I said, he's surrounded on all ends. General Cantor has maintained that his armies are more for deterrence than action. Gotcha. Many attribute the stability of the country to the self-focused nature of its governance. Not bad so far. To the south exist two lesser countries. I see, and then there's Mama-san. I'm guessing that's the island. LaCroix. Oh, LaCroix, okay. I somehow didn't read that correctly the first time. That's also a drink. A province that operates as a plutocracy and is Ralspar's main merchant state. Gotcha. And Mama-san. That's quite a funny name, I gotta admit. A set of islands to the southeast that is governed by an all-female senate. The eastern portion of Ralspar has been considered uninhabitable. Yeah, I'd have to imagine so. Made up of the harsh wasteland and desert of the dunes, and the frozen tundra of the glades. and Verum, a rocky land with an inactive volcano at its center. Ah, I see. Okay. So, we're still more or less in the midst of, I guess how I would consider it, I guess I would consider it not so dissimilar from early America, where, like, half of the country more or less has everything worked out. Okay, so Ursk isn't exactly surrounded, necessarily. It's just, it's got the dunes and the wastelands and stuff to its back. That's pretty interesting. In 391, Ballaray, under the rule of King Carlisle, suddenly declared war on Ursk. Well, this came as a shock to most of the continent, understandably. Ballaray being here on the west. Balroy's military force could never hope to compete with Ursk's might. King Carlisle was supposed to be a gentle ruler. I see, so there's something under the hood there. Even General Cantor tried to talk down the Ballaray ruler, citing the war as a suicide mission for the Ballaray people, and yet, Ralspar became enveloped in war. While Ursk won more of the initial battles, Ballaray fared much better than most originally thought they might. The tide of war wasn't nearly as undirectional as Ursk had anticipated, leaving many to question the military strategy that originally gave Ursk its reputation. The war began to draw longer and longer, costing Ursk more and more soldiers in the process. I see. So yeah, how does Luxon respond? Still, Ursk's might was sure to prevail, until Luxon unexpectedly invaded from Ursk's northern border. Dang, they kinda got bodied then, didn't they? With Ursk already somewhat exhausted from their war with Ballaray, they were left vulnerable to attack. Ursk was able to repel both Luxon and Ballaray for several more years. Sheesh. But eventually, Ursk began to lose their foothold on the Luxon fronts. Yeah, it looked like they sent some pretty strong ones in. High Monarch Lumen eventually broke the Ursk militia, not through tactics, but through sheer number. Fair enough. I mean, I guess once you've been beaten for like 3 years, yeah, that would do that. And once broken, Luxon destroyed most of Ursk on its way to Ursk's capital as payments for not accepting an earlier surrender. That's kind of cruel, but I guess that's how it'll be. General Cantor, along with Ursk's capital, fell in 401. I see, so he died. He did have, I would say, the most plain portrait of them all, so that'll make sense. He had Aias's portrait, ultimately leading to the war's end. Really? How do Luxon and Ballaray get along then? However, in a surprising twist, Luxon elected to give Ursk's lands to Ballaray, well, declaring their holy judgment as reason for entering the wretched war in the first place. Fascinating. 8 years later, in 409, Ursk is no longer close to picking up the pieces of its broken country. Ballaray is nowhere to be seen. Huh. Jay, a wandering thief living in southern Ursk, is making his living the way most do in Ursk's lawless climate, by stealing. That makes sense. Jay's childhood friend, Finch, is a traveling bandit with him. Is that so? A paladin? As a bandit? Dang, that's kinda rough. Together they are able to scrounge enough to get by. Jay and Finch are en route to their most recent job. We join them outside of the hideout they plan to raid. Gotcha, okay. That was a very fascinating story. Ooh, I like the background here too. That's very nice. That was very fascinating. I look forward to seeing how all of this unfolds with regard to Jay. You know, how he's involved. Also, that's a really cool portrait for what I assume to be Finch, his friend. Is this the place that they... Let's see. Is this the place that you desperately had to rush me to? This abandoned place in the middle of the woods? Jay, I know this was all such short notice, but any opportunity for a steal is a good one right now. We're not super high up in the money department at the moment. Did things not go well with the fence down in town? No, they didn't. Apparently the gems that you had nabbed last week turned out to be fakes. Oof. Near worthless. Dang. The trip into town wasn't fruitless, however. It's where I got the tip to follow this guy. If he is who I think he is, he might have something very valuable. Alright, I'll bite. What's the story with this one? So, here's how it happened. On the way back from town, I stopped at the local pub for a quick drink. Huh. Also, that's a pretty cool song. Have I heard this one before? I was pretty disappointed to be coming home with so little money, so I needed to blow off some steam. On my way in the door, a largish man was stepping out looking to be in a hurry. I didn't think much of it until I sat down for my drink. That was until I overheard two older guys talking at the neighboring table. One of them was absolutely convinced that the guy who had just walked out, the guy who I had passed, was the former General Major of Ursk, Terran. Terran. Interesting. That seems to be a somewhat common name, I suppose. We're thinking of Terran from Lonely Mirror, and he too was a high-ranking general. The famous general that disappeared during the Regent War. How do you not recognize him? Remember, Jay, that Terran vanished even before I had enlisted in the Ursk military. Oh, that's why he's a paladin then. There's no way I would have known what he looked like. Oh, right. Sorry. Continue your story then. Anyway, once I heard this, I quickly left to try and catch up to the guy. I ended up spotting Terran leaving town. They led me to this little abandoned shack out here in the woods, which is when I came to get you. You're the one with the light fingers and the light feet. I want you to go in there and grab anything you can. If he truly was the former general major, he's got to have something valuable with him. Hold on, you want me to go in there with the possible former general of Ursk? Are you crazy? What if I get caught? I'm totally done for. You've seen me with a weapon. I look like an illiterate person holding a pen anytime I pick up a blade. Look, if he is who we think he is, neither of us will win in a fight. The best case scenario for you is to slip in undetected, grab something, and to just leave us quietly. We really need to talk through the whole weapon thing again, though. For what seems like the 1000th time. You have to be able to defend yourself when things don't go according to plan. I'll not always be around to guard the door or save you like a damsel in distress. Finch, I've seen you with the lance, and you can easily pick up my slack. There's no point in me spending the time to learn the bravado of using a weapon when I have a personal bodyguard. Bodyguard? You're lucky to have a fine knight such as myself as an accomplice. I bring well more to the table in this relationship than you could ever stake a claim for. Weapons just aren't my thing, you know that. But I am getting better at the whole stealing thing. So, let's just look at the positives, right? You know what? You're right. You are good at stealing now. Sounds like you'll have no problem robbing Terran then. Glad you're on board. Wait a minute. I didn't... Fine. I talked myself into that one. Can you at least give me any other info about him? Anything that might help me with the job? As far as I know, no one has really heard much of Terran since he left all those years ago. The prevailing thought was that he was either dead or on the run. If that really is Terran, the latter could be true. He looked exhausted earlier when I saw him, so it would make sense. Suppose so. I mean, anyone can be tired, I guess. So maybe if we're lucky, maybe you'll catch him asleep. Just nick anything around him that looks valuable. Alright, hopefully you're right. You'll at least watch the door though, right? Of course, just try not to get caught again this time, will you? We don't need another fight. Or rather, I don't. Ah, come on, Finch. When is the last time you had to bail me out of a sticky situation? It's not just me being positive. I'm getting better at this, you have to admit. Yeah, okay, buddy. You're right. I didn't almost get stabbed 2 weeks ago by a butcher while saving your butt. Just run those feet a little faster than that mouth of yours and we will be golden. Alright, fine. Let's go. Quite a long story so far, that's for sure, but it makes for an interesting set of dialogue. I gotta keep my eyes open. He's getting closer. I just need to snooze for a few minutes just to get a second wind. Delanour, please, watch over me. And then he falls asleep. Rip. Alrighty, Finch, this is a smash and grab without the smashing. I'll be as quick as I can. Remember, you don't have a weapon, so be as quiet as you can. I'll watch the door and make sure no one comes in. Just be sure you don't dally. I shouldn't need to remind you of the last time you got sidetracked on a job. Wait, you're not talking about that thing with the grocer, are you? Come on, that was an honest mistake. And how do you still remember stuff like that? It all depends on whether or not I have a scar because of it. Rip, dude, Finch has it rough. You're gonna be fine though, Jay. Let's just get this done and get a fat meal in our stomachs, okay? Okay, Finch, I'm ready. Let's do this. Gotcha. For the prologue, please have Jay stick to the red path and move as efficiently as possible. Scripted events will play out of turn if you don't, and you'll likely not survive the chapter. Generally hope you enjoy the hack. Thanks for giving it a try. Good luck. Yep, so only in this one map, I was under the impression that we would have to stick to the red carpet, essentially. And that's fine. That makes sense to me. I'm cool with that. So, we'll look over the units. I presume... Oh my gosh, we'll look at him in a minute. Sheesh, good lord. Here's Jay. A traveling reprobate from Ursk with a good heart. He is a drifter, a common thief with no combat ability. Is that true? Does he have... Yeah, he has no weapon levels, dang. Not even basic swords. Let's see, we can view growths like that. Not looking too good. 1 strength, 1 magic, 2 skill, 5 speed, 6 luck, 1 defense, no res, and a leadership star. For faction with more total stars adds... Oh, okay. So whichever one has more adds +5 hit and +3 avoid per star difference to all allied units. Gotcha. Right, so personally, I'm not a fan of leadership stars or skills, but I did decide to play this game regardless because I need to get more experience with skills and leadership stars so that I can build an argument as to why they're bad, with experience behind it. That said, I'm not going to rag on this game for having them. I understand. It's really cool to have skills on units and stuff, but we'll see how it goes. In terms of growth rates, he has 10% in strength, 50 magic. Oh, 50 magic, sheesh, he's actually kind of magically inclined. 35 skill, 55 speed, 45 luck, 20 defense, 35 res, and 65 HP. Very fascinating. So he's going to be speedy, going to have good magic. I would have to assume at some point he gets the ability to use magic then, if that's the case. He comes with the wind affinity. I'm currently under the impression that there are no supports in this game, but going by the basic GBA standards, wind affinity is a great one to have, especially for a lord. Gives some crit avoid, attack, crits, and hit rates. One of my favorites, personally, for sure. Very fascinating. 7 con. I wonder what weapon. Because, like, if it's dark magic that he gets or something, it's not going to be great. But, like, light magic, anima magic, 7 con's pretty good for that if he does get to use that. So we'll see. 5 move as well, so that's not... Well, yeah, that's not too bad. And... here's Finch. Spear and a hop on guard, sheesh. A skilled mercenary who is one of Jay's few friends. Headstrong. Light affinity on him as well. It does combo very well with the, you know, affinity that he has, but... Is something gonna happen to him? I mean... Sheesh. 21 res, 21 strength, 21 speed. That's crazy. Has death blow. Oh, also, I should check out his skill. He has morale boost, grants +10 hit and 5 avoid to all allies within 3 tiles. Okay, I can vibe with that. And then the classic shove. He has death blow, +6 attack. Canto, of course. Measured approach when initiating battle, hit and avoid +10, not bad at all. Actually, those two go perfectly in hand. And then chivalry. A foe has full HP at start of battle, attack +2 and defense res +1. Oh my gosh, he's insane. Something tells me we're not going to be getting him. If at all. It's not going to be for a while. Sheesh, this guy's crazy. I really like his portrait too. That's really, really cool. But yeah, for now, we'll stick to the red carpet. I guess I should check out this guy too. Here's Terran, a decorated ex-general of Ursk who is on the run. He's an axe general. Let's see, legendary axe users who once led an entire military. Equip axes, gotcha. He's got a tomahawk. Can use all 3 weapon types, apparently. 30 strength, 27 defense. Yeah, we don't want to mess with this guy. Wrath, crit boost, axe fair, and impale. Yeah, okay. He's gonna be quite strong. 6 turns sleep, though, so that's how long we have to get all of this in order. Oh. This must be the place, and yet there seems to be a hindrance in the way. You there. Shh, keep it down or you'll let the big man know we're here. If it's the person I'm thinking it might be, he's not someone you want to trade blows with. We know exactly who is in there. We're here to finish some unfinished business with the former General Major. Step aside and your blood will be spared. We have no quarrel with you. Well then, in some regards we have a common goal. My associate is inside pilfering just a small possession. And then we'll both be on our way. No harm, no foul. We have no intentions of trying to stop you or whatever your purpose here might be. Absolutely out of the question. We don't come here to kill the General Major. We come to retake something that rightfully belongs to our leader. Something he shouldn't have. We would be absolute fools to run the chance of you and your associate running off with what we came for. Look, I don't want to fight, but if you can't be persuaded to share the loot and to do this amicably, we might have a problem. I can't risk letting you in here with my friend still in there. It's too dangerous. Are you sure you can't just wait until my friend gets back? We can talk about it then. I'm not going to ask again. We must get to the General Major. We need to do it now. We cannot afford to lose him again. We don't want to kill you, but if you won't move, we have no other choice. You're awfully sure of yourselves, but I'd highly warn you of what you're about to do. I've tried to be nice, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not moving. You won't win against me in a fight if you start one. Pathetic, you're all talk, just like any other thief. Have it your way. Good luck getting past me and my spear then. Yeah, that, I am under the impression that they will not be able to touch him somehow. Divine and Thunder, 2 sages. Trained killers from unknown whereabouts, highly skilled. I mean, I guess they are pretty good by, like, comparison to what I would expect of, like, a starting unit. But no, they're gonna get rolled by this guy. Empowering reft attack and attack speed +1 to allies within 2 spaces. That is really good. And then rally magic. Okay, gotcha. And then focus. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, no, they're about to get steamrolled. If they, yep, that's it. Sorry, buddy. Oh, interesting. Okay. This battle scene is a little bit different from what oh my gosh. A little bit different from what I'm used to seeing, but I think it looks very nice. I'll try to turn on the second set of animations as well so that we can see the backgrounds. Wow. Talk about a unit to have on our side. Sheesh. That was easy enough. Shame it had to come to this, though. What is so important that it had to literally try and go through me? That's a good question. I am curious about that. Huh. It's about time I found the former Ursk general. I wonder if... Where the heck are all you people coming from? I'm sorry, who are you, and why do the last of my remaining men lie dead in front of you? You don't understand, they attacked me. Look, I know this looks bad, but the guy in there... I know who was in there, you dimwit. We're in the middle of nowhere. In what world is it a coincidence that I found myself here, at this time of night, at this part of the country, with the former General Major of Ursk mere meters away? But it can't be coincidence that you're here either. With 2 of my men dead, I can only assume that you are protecting Terran. What? No, I had just gotten a tip from that Terran would be here. I figured that he might have something valuable worth selling. I told your men the same thing, but they wouldn't believe me. So you claim you're just a thief? A thief capable of dispatching mages on horseback with a lance? I feel like that was... he's saying that he's on horseback, but it kind of confused me there. I know it sounds odd, but I'm telling you the truth. It's how we get by here in Ursk, and surely as a fellow thief, you must understand this as well, right? I'm no thief, and even if I were, Terran is only holding 1 item worth having. Something I've been after him for far too long to leave without. I don't know if I believe you, but it doesn't really matter. As of now, you are someone in the way of getting what I need, and someone who already has blood on his hands. Look, I'm telling you the truth. I'm trying to be as civil as a thief can be given the conditions, but I would caution you. If you've already made up your mind that I'm working against you, and that we must fight. These men of yours didn't fare very well against me, and if you're anything like them, you'll die just as quickly. Do you intend to stand in my way or not? Because I'm going in there one way or another. Fine. I don't need to hear anything more than that. If you're not going to move, then I'll just have to go through you. But I'd warn you about being so confident in yourself. Confident yourself, you don't know what you're up against. There is something otherworldly about this man's aura. Surely he can't hit that much harder than the men before him, right? Is that so? Is that so? I did notice this guy pop in. An unknown entity with no identification. So, with your 74 HP, an enigmatic sorcerer who emanates power. Well, something tells me that Finch is not going to exactly be okay with, no, he's actually not going to be fine. He's not going to be okay. Certain blow, summon, malefic aura. That's also +2 to his magic. Anathema. Tome fair. So that's 4, 6. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so that's 41 before we even factor in the weapon. 41 plus 14 for 55 total attack. So Finch, you can survive a hit. A singular hit. You won't double him. You better get out of there, buddy. I want to keep you. Got a Candescent. Interesting. This guy doesn't really seem to have much with him. Just these 2 dusty old books. I'll just slowly snag one of them out of this chest and got it. Score 1 for me, Finch. Wait, this book feels like it's tingling in my hands. What? Oh. Is he gonna learn how to use this? That's kind of cool if so. Interesting. So he's a monk now. Awesome. Very cool. So, vagabond with a star. Oh, he gets a lot of stats out of that. That's probably necessary, truth be told. Can now use light magic. Gotcha. Interesting. Wow, I feel energy surging through my body. This book is amazing. I'm sure it will sell for a pretty penny. No time to think about that, though. I need to get back to Finch so we can get out of here. Is Finch gonna be okay? You have absolutely no idea what you've just signed up for. And the worst parts, it'll be over before you even know. Is he gonna crit me? I've heard far better quotes from far worse soldiers. Hopefully your abilities are better than your wits. He didn't get crits. He might be okay. If he gets out of there, like right now. You better start running, buddy. I would prefer if you didn't die, Finch. It's magic. It's unlike anything I've ever come across. I feel like I'm withering. If I let him know that Jay is here, though, we may both be killed. All I can do is hold him off for as long as I can. Jay, please, find another way out of here, and hurry. You can run. Buddy. Lucky shot, but good luck hitting me again. You're done for. I don't know about that one, Finch. He actually missed. That's a shame. Well, I guess that makes sense. Poor Finch. He didn't deserve it. No, I gotta get out of here. Run. I'll talk, and now you turn tail. Pathetic. But I'll let you go ahead and run off into the sunset. You've not long to live anyway. Like I said, enjoy your last breaths. Dang. That's rough, buddy. That's rough. Did Finch just take off? What the heck is going on over there? Who is that guy down there? Did he attack Finch? But Finch would never lose a fight, let alone run from one. Gotta think. Taryn is thankfully still passed out, but I have to find a way out of here. Maybe that doorway? It may be the only way out of here alive. I'll have to slip by the guy at the door and make a run for it. It's probably a death sentence to go anywhere near the guy at the front. Yeah, I would say so. I didn't mean to turn this on as well. Let's go ahead and turn auto cursor off. I like the gray one usually. Although this red is a very nice red. I'll keep blue for now. So, that is a bit of a shame. Finch kind of got rolled there. Let's see. A vagabond. A soul with no place to call home. A wanderer. Candescent tome is his apparent PRF. Effective versus dark users, J only. So assuming that the effective weaponry is the same, that is going to be an effective 30 might against dark users because of weapon triangle advantage. On 6 magic and 8 speed with his newly buffed stats. How about the weight? Okay, he does lose 3 speed to it. Very interesting that he would lose 3 speed to his own PRF. However, that little exchange down there did remind me. Creator of the hack did say to look at the, let's see, at a menu somewhere. Status? I think there's a menu somewhere that would show what changes have been made. But either way, we'll look at that in a bit. We'll see what happens here. Yeah. I should try and time my movements here. Those pillars, they look like they could provide a good bit of cover. I should move behind them. Gotcha. So I'll move right here then. Yeah, this chapter is very choreographed for the purposes of telling the story. Alright, so I'm going to book it out of here. Okay. So now I'll just presumably kill this guy and then get out. Okay. Cool. And I don't mind that, really. It's cool to see a chapter so choreographed that you actually have to play it out as intended. My hands feel like it is about to explode. Oh. What? Gah. Huh, interesting. No ground below them, but... Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's like a Thoron animation, almost. Very fascinating indeed. Also, I'm going to turn down the game just a little bit, because the battle music's a tad loud. What the heck? What just came out of my hands? And that guy, did I kill him? Get together, Jay. No time to figure it out now. The doorway is open. Gotta run. True. Yeah. Oh, he uses the Kalak custom animations. You'd think that someone with a reputation like yours wouldn't be caught with their pants around their ankles. Oh, wait, what? What? All the years of running, it adds up, doesn't it? Nowhere to call a home, nowhere to hide out, nowhere to set up your life. You can hardly keep open your eyes, hardly stand. It's a shame. All of this could have been avoided. Caius, wait. You know the ramifications of that book. Is there nothing that will sway you from this madness? I've told you countless times, Taryn. I can control its power. Uh-oh. This is what is best for Ursk, Balarin, Luxon, all of Ralspar. Why can't you see that? You are too blind to accept another reality than the one in your head. Caius, I can't let you take that book. This whole continent could pay for your misguided goals. Oh, there were 2 books in that chest. Did we leave the spooky, scary one? You don't have a say in this anymore. There is no escape for you here. Unfortunately, Terran, you become a liability to me in achieving my goals. I'm sorry that it has come to this, but if you don't give me the tome, I'll take it by force. So it's really come to this, Caius. To take it by force. Well, go ahead then. Try. Because I would never hand it to you myself. And I can promise you this, if you leave me alive, I'll hunt you down. I'll find the book again, and I'll take it back. Because you don't know what you're messing with, and that's not a gamble I'm willing to take. I'm sorry then, Terran. Say hello to Delanor for me. Dang. Oh, it's effective. Oh, he is gone. Rip. Sheesh. Oh, man. Yeah, no, they didn't stand a chance. Neither one of them. Seems I couldn't outrun my fate. Delanor, I'm so sorry. Man, that was rough. Sheesh. Something tells me that I'm not exactly gonna be safe if I remain here, so let's go ahead and get on out. Finch, where are you? We have to make a run for it. Jay, I'm here. Finch, hold on, you're so pale. You can't check out on me yet. We have to get you to a cleric, now. Can't stand on my own, Jay. You need to leave me behind. Take my horse and make a run for it. Like heck, you're dying on me. We are getting out of here. Get off your butt, because I'm throwing you on the horse. You are not dying here. Yeah. Man, that's rough. After all this time, was it worth it to run away with something you could never hope to understand? Dang you, Terran. It never needed to come to this. There didn't need to be a fight. Sir? Baron, thank goodness. I was worried about you when I saw the others dead. Such a shame. Those were good men, some of our last. Yes, it is unfortunate, but sir, I do have good news. Took a bit of digging, but I did find an old tome near Terran. Caius, could this be the book? The one we've been after for so long? The text looks right. The book looks authentic. Baron, this looks to be the book that we fought so hard to find. What a stroke of relief. Great news to hear, Sir Caius. If you don't mind me asking, now that we have the book, what would you like me to do next? Baron, you're nearly the last of the people still working for me, or even for our cause. You've been steadfast in your role in helping me find Candescent. I have a feeling that that's the book that we have. Along the way, you've been one of my most trusted allies. Take a couple days off, but not too long. When you're done, head back to Ballaray. We can take it from there. I understand. Thank you, Caius. I found Terran. I found Candescent, but it's come at such great expenses. Now, more than ever, I have to succeed. There's simply no other option. Rest easy, Terran. Wow. That was a lot of reading. That was a lot of reading, but it was a fun story to read through. That will be it for the first episode, because this one's going on for a bit, but I do hope you look forward to the next one. But yeah, make sure to join me next time for when we actually do the combat portion, or what I would assume to be combat following this, because this first chapter was intended to be played out this way for story purposes, sort of an interactive cutscene, if you will. And that was kind of cool. I look forward to seeing what all of this entails, because, you know, standard Dark Mage, Fire Emblem moment right there. I look forward to seeing what he's up to. He doesn't seem as though he's, like, necessarily just straight evil. He's apparently got more to him, at least going by his dialogue. I look forward to seeing what all that's about, and I also look forward to seeing what the combat's like, seeing who my allies are now that I've lost Finch, the absolute monstrosity of a unit that he is. But that will be the end of it for this episode, so make sure to like, subscribe if you're new. If you like donating via Ko-fi, very much appreciated. Make sure to play the game for yourself, linked in the description below. Until next time, I'll see you later.